A new film takes a look at the life of the late Princess Diana at the cusp of a very difficult decision in her life. Joining us to talk about Spencer is the director, Pablo Larraín. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, my pleasure, please.
Now tell us the details about Spencer. What is it about?
The movie takes place in early 90s in Norfolk at Sandringham House. And it's, we have the entire royal family there, and Diana gets in, and it's basically how she decides to leave the family and to end the marriage with Charles. And that happens during, over Christmas, and that's kind of what it is. It's a very sort of precise take on her life. It's just a few days of her life, and we're very excited to, to have it finally, in the cinemas for people to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly. Now, Pablo, why did you choose this particular moment in Princess Diana's life to turn into a film?
Well, we thought with our team and our writers, Steve Knight, that it was probably a good idea to go to a very specific moment of her life that could have defined her in an interesting way. I believe that when you focus the story in a crisis, you could probably get to learn about the characters a lot more than in regular good times. The crises are good to define people, I believe. And having her, deciding to somehow, be herself and find her own identity and move forward was an interesting take. And I also think that it's interesting when movies can focus in very short period of time and do something that is quite intense. And it just makes sense, it makes sense to see how she just decided to recover the name she had before she got married. That's the reason why this movie is called Spencer.
Gotcha.
Good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we know Kristen Stewart is playing Princess Diana in what I feel is the role of her career. Was she your first choice to play Princess Diana?
Yeah. Well, it's obviously these things are a long process. We talked a lot, and then eventually she agreed to make the movie, and she worked a lot, really. She prepared the character for a very long time and did a beautiful work. I couldn't be more grateful of her and what she brought to the movie.
For sure. Of course, Spencer in theaters, as you mentioned. You can go to the cinema and see it. Pablo, what do you want audiences to come away with after watching this film?
There are many answers to that. I will say that everyone has an opinion or an idea of who Diana was. And I think that it's very unusual to make a movie where the main character is already so known by many people. So I believe that it might be a little different, the movie, to each of us, because every one of us, depending on the things that we like and our interests, will have a different perception of the film. But if you ask me, just one thing is that get to understand that Diana was above a lot of things, was a mother and an incredible human being.
Yeah, certainly we know that. And of course, I'm curious about that. We love the royals here on this show. Have you gotten any feedback from the royal family on the film?
Not that I'm aware of, so no.
Not yet. Wow. Good to know. I'm very intrigued by this, Pablo.
Yes,
I can't wait. It looks beautifully shot. So thanks for taking the time to fill us in, to get us excited about seeing Spencer. We appreciate you.
Yes, well done. We're already hearing Oscar murmurings about Kristen Stewart's performance. So she is absolutely one of my favorite. I love her.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see this one.
I am too. She looks beautiful in the role as well.